part of the NIT championship team in 1973, Virginia Tech graduate, Hall of Famer, jersey retired. You see his picture down there in the practice facility every day. Allan Bristow. Allan was drafted by the 76ers, played the NBA for several years, and then coached with Doug Moe, who none of you have heard of, but was a great coach. Later went to the Charlotte Hornets as general manager, vice president, and then head coach for the Hornets for a period of time. Honored to have you with us. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Thanks, Coach. I really appreciate being with you and seeing you for again. I have to apologize, guys. I didn't get a chance to see you play this year in person, but I saw you on TV many times, and I was so proud of Coach and the players. You guys played awfully hard. I tell you, with the hustle and the way you guys played together, you were fun to watch, and you were a young team, but you could just tell that you guys enjoyed playing with each other, and you enjoyed playing in the system. And I just think of the world of Coach, and I've known him for a long time, like he said, and I'm just glad to be with you guys now under these difficult circumstances.
Allan, go back to your years in the NBA as an executive. What were some of the things that you were looking for in a player as you were doing your evaluations? What was important to you?
Well, certainly you got to have the skill level in order to play in the NBA. You have to have a skill level to play college basketball, and you have to be athletic. And every one of you guys are athletic, and you can improve on your athleticism certainly by and your skills by simply just working on them. And I tell guys all the time, you've got to, you know, and you've heard this, you hear it from Michael Jordan, you hear it from everybody. You really got to love what you're doing, whether it's basketball or anything. And if you're going to improve, you're going to have to, you got to love what you're doing. With my days at Virginia Tech, I went 4 years, and I went to summer camps, basketball summer camps. I was counselors at different camps, all in the ACC, and I got to compete against other players, pro players, skilled players that were a lot better than me. But as far as what you're looking for as a GM, you're looking at players that do have a skill level. But I think you're looking at their practice habits. You're looking at how they get along with their teammates. You're looking at their body language. You're looking at a whole array of things. Some are basketball and some are not basketball. And, we had sit-down interviews. You interview them, you talk to them, you talk to their teammates, you talk to their coaches, and everything sort of comes together in a file. But as far as I think that I would like to see in a player is I like to just see his dedication to the game along with his skill level.
Some of you may not realize when Allan was playing the NCAA tournament wasn't 64 teams and later expanded to 68 teams. It was only 32 teams, and the NIT was a huge tournament. There were teams that would turn down opportunities to play in the NCAA tournament to play in the NIT. I watched Allan's teams a lot, and I can remember them beating Notre Dame. Allan, you guys were really talented. You had a really good team. What would you attribute that team's success to?
Certainly that was a great 4 years of my life, maybe the best 4 years of my life, even though I was in the NBA for 25 years. But that team, and you talk about that, we were a team. We were close teammates. We knew each other not only from our basketball skills, but we got to know each other as friends, as fellow students, and we wanted to know about each other's families. As far as on the court, we played together. We were very unselfish. We enjoyed practice, we had a very young coach that was very defensive minded. He was Coach Don DeVoe, and he had great assistants and Sonny Smith and Jim Hallahan, and believe it or not, guys, we still get together every 5 years, and we wanted our teammates to succeed as much as we wanted the individual to succeed. And I think that is something very hard for players to learn, even on the pro level, college level, high school level. You know, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to play. Everybody wants to start. Everybody wants to be a star. But does everybody want their teammate to succeed? And I think it's very hard to do to learn that. And the quicker you do learn that you want everybody on that floor to succeed, the better your team will be.
When you're, putting on the other landscape, when you're evaluating, let's say for the Hornets, obviously you have Alonzo Mourning, you have these Larry Johnsons of the world that's already in place. When you're looking to fill those roles, what are you looking for? Like, because everybody, like you said, everybody's a star. What do you things you look for when you're drafting a player and say, hey, I can fill this need, I can fill this need? Give us a rundown of that, because the reality is a lot of these guys are role players in the NBA. They're not stars. So give us a rundown of kind of what you look for.
Well, I certainly have to look for talent, okay? And the talent, if you've got an Alonzo Mourning, you're probably not going to draft a Shaquille O'Neal.
Right.
Okay? Even though that'd be a pretty nice.
You might though, right?
Maybe that's a bad example. But, I think that you do look at some of the holes that you might have on your team. Whether you need better shooting, so you look for a shooter. If you need better. You need a point guard, you need a backup point guard or whatever. And, you just really look at their skill level. And I've always thought that when you're drafting, whether you're drafting, the first or fifth or 10th or 20th, you want to get the set of players that are the best athletes in that group. Okay. And you want to improve your team always in talent until you get enough talent, and then you look at different things once you get your talent level to where you want. But as Coach will say, sometimes it's pretty tough to get all the talent you want. Okay, but I do want it, and I know that as a coach and as a general manager, I looked at the team as a whole and players individually, and to see if they came to work every night, if they played hard. The one thing I worried about every time as a coach when I walked in the building was my team going to play hard tonight. If you play hard as a player and you play hard all the time, you will eventually, it becomes natural to you. You see more openings will come to you.
Allan, we cannot thank you enough for taking time out to share.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really,
good luck, guys.
Really appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you hopefully soon.
Well, I hope you guys get back together soon, and all this virus stuff is over with, and you guys can go back to campus and practice as a team.
Yes, and you be safe as well too.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thanks, Allan.
Thank you. Thank you.
You betcha.